Hi there, everyone, and welcome to Battle of BC 5. We're finally here.
Apparently, this is happening.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I'm Locus, and I'm here with...
Teams here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's awesome. We've been, having these Battle of BCs out here. The first one was over 7 years ago.
I know.
Back in Smash 4, so we've had that going for a while, and we're here now with the biggest one that we've had. Finally getting that big attention. Lots of travelers coming out, lots of high-level competition.
Oh yeah, including a lot of people here for the very first time out of their home country.
Yeah. Yeah, which is
insane.
awesome to, get people to experience Vancouver, get to experience Canada. A lot of people have experienced, that stuff. She's trying. Okay, well, we'll keep going until we get that fixed. But, yeah, we're just getting doubles started here. People are kind of filtering into the venue, getting through bag check, doing all of that stuff, and then we'll be getting you guys your matches right away here.
Yeah.
But yeah, a series that's been a while in the making.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
What's up?
Okay, this can be recorded. People can check you later. Who do you think's winning?
Who do I think is going to win which event?
Both.
Both?
Both.
Both doubles and singles and melee doubles
I was
singles?
thinking like melee and ult singles.
Okay.
Teams is like a totally different ballgame.
Let's see here. So for singles... Oh, man. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to give it to Aquila.
Yeah, that
Aquila
seems
is
like
just
a safe bet. The
just
kid's so good
so
at this.
strong. Came out to the pre-weekly yesterday,
Oh, yeah.
won that as
Won that.
well.
Had a bit of a scare versus Dawson, but still pulled it out. Beat
Yeah.
Gluto.
Yeah, Gluto got second,
Yeah.
and then local player Pack Street got third there.
Crazy.
Over a lot of different high-name players.
Beat
So
Oni and beat Big D.
yeah,
Just a reminder that no matter where you go, there's always some local talent waiting for you.
absolutely. And then as far as doubles go, we have a lot of really good teams. I'm just gonna look at the bracket real quick.
Yeah, chat's given a lot of like decent amount of Yoshidora love.
I mean, really excited to see him
Yeah.
play for sure.
First time ever coming out of Japan.
Yeah,
I think
just
he's
you
got,
get
like,
to
a
see
full
him.
family at home, so
Yeah,
big-
take names
big
over there in
responsibility.
Japan, and now actually getting to see that happen in person.
yeah. And
But yeah.
this is like riding a lot on. This is riding a lot on the entire Ultimate season, actually. I know there's a lot of talk of like who's going to be number one, and Kaspargo won Kagaribi, which was the other P tier of this season.
Yep.
Akola needs to win this to like close out number one for absolute certainty. If Spargo wins this, he's probably number one for the season.
Right. Yeah. No, it means a lot to both of those players, absolutely. But it also means a lot to everybody here in BC.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to make a name for themselves. It's not easy to get out there and travel when, you haven't had that name established yet. So a lot of
Or
the
when
local
you're-
gujust trying to,
Yeah.
make a name for themselves out here as well.
Or when your airline goes on strike.
Or when your airline goes on strike, yeah. I'm just going to list out a couple of the teams that are seeded to make it into top 16
yeah.
because we do have some killers, so these are the people that we're going to be watching out for. Spargo and Jag, first seed for the event. Super
Understandable.
reasonable, very strong team. Akala and Mia,
I don't
another
think
very
they've ever
strong
teamed
team.
before, actually, that's neat.
Yeah. And then Big Boss and MK Leo, MK
Yeah.
Big Boss, MK Leo. And Meister Sky J is the other team in that top
A lot
four
of
seeds.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got some other things for you, so want to do some. What's our sponsors? We got Fresh Cut in the background.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's early, Chad. It's early.
No, yeah, lots of people coming together to make this sort of event happen. Fresh Cut, we appreciate all the support that they give as well. And then also Asus is our
Learned how to
monitor
pronounce that one
and
today, actually.
headset partner
Yeah.
for Battle of
These things
BC.
are Asus, actually.
Yeah, their gaming monitors give you the perfect blend of features for the games that you love to play. They bring cutting-edge tech to the market for hardcore gamers, as well as options for mainstream gamers as well, by making crucial display tech affordable so that everybody can get in on the action. Check out !ASUS in chat to check out the featured products for Battle of BC 5.
Mm-hmm. They're coming out with a new like handheld, like a Switch type thing that I'm actually kind of excited for.
Yeah.
So, yeah, support them. Make sure they can get the not quite a Switch out, so we can play it.
And then Novus as well. They're a BC-based internet company. They, 1 second here.
They've got gig
Our
fast
fiber optic
speeds.
network delivers unlimited data, and symmetrical speeds to ensure you never experience lag or buffering again. Say goodbye to frustrating gameplay and hello to uninterrupted gaming sessions. Sign up now for Nova's gig fast internet and take your gaming to the next level. All right. And we also have Fresh Cut. Seen them around quite a bit, supporting the community through their community fund. But they're doing the same thing here. You can download the Fresh Cut app, follow the Smash community for another $1 added to the prize pool today. So not only are they helping support the community, but support the prize pools as well for these large events.
If you think about it, it's like Twitter without all the bad parts of Twitter. You just get Smash content. It's great.
Just get the clips.
So, would totally recommend. Also support these wonderful TOs. Shout out to them, by the way, for being able to put on such a grand event and continually upscaling it every year. Turn this from something pretty small, run by like a university club, into one of the biggest events of the year, if not the biggest, is absolutely incredible. Just wonderful to see.
For sure.
Anyway, we've also got Aver Media here.
Yep.
If you're looking to start broadcasting your gameplay, recording your practice sessions, or upgrading your stream setup, you can look no further than Aver Media's awesome lineup of broadcast equipment. From capture cards to microphones, they've got it all. Should look into that. I stream myself, so.
Yeah, they've got all the tools that'll help making your streaming life just a little bit easier. I remember when I started streaming, 8 or 9 years ago, it was not as easy as it was today to get set up and to get all the things you need. So it's nice to have companies like Aver Media looking out for those who are looking to, get into that world and share themselves gaming.
Yeah. I remember I had a YouTube channel when I was a kid, and it was like the iPod at the screen type thing.
Yeah,
and
digital
so
camera on the
then. It's crazy.
Back of a folding chair sort of thing.
Better? Testing.
Yeah. Awesome. So we are getting our teams up here relatively shortly here. Brackets just getting started. Pools are going. You can see in the background there, people are kind of crowding around the setups. Melee doubles and ultimate doubles. We're going to be running through both of those brackets today. And then also starting with some ultimate singles near the end of the day. We're going to get through some of those singles pools. So stick around if you're looking for that singles action as well.
Yeah. All right, I've got a question for you.
What's up?
What are your thoughts on Yoshi? Is he innocent of fraud or not? Because there's two of them sitting down at the double setup, so I think that's what we're going to be seeing.
Oh,
first.
we're going to be seeing some Yoshis maybe.
Yoshi on Yoshi, and I don't recognize the other two, but I know Spikefire, and also the other guy has a Yoshi plush, so.
Gotcha.
I think it's just really neat, the kind of people that just sort of embody their character.
Yeah.
You know? Like take plushies with them. Especially Yoshi. How can you not love him? He's so cute.
Yeah. No, that's what I kind of like about doubles. You get to see a lot of different characters and a lot of different strategies that you might not get to see in singles play. Characters that might not be quite as strong in singles because they get countered pretty hard. You can have a teammate with them that helps cover some of those weaknesses. But then suddenly you get to see so much more of the ultimate cast, which is awesome.
Yeah. Like Incineroar, for example.
Yeah.
Crazy in doubles. Jury's still out on singles. He can definitely do it with the right player, but overall significantly better in doubles because you don't have to worry about disadvantage that hard when you've got a teammate backing you up.
Yeah, we kind of mentioned SkyJ earlier. Definitely one of those Incineroars to look out for in both brackets, but first off in doubles here. But yeah, some of those, bigger bodies, like you mentioned, having those weaknesses covered is a nice benefit for them. And as far as, whether Yoshi is, innocent, I guess we'll have to see what happens in this next set because
we might see some crimes committed.
Yeah. At least I know when I'm playing against Yoshi, I get hit by that down air and the full thing connects.
It does like 50%.
He is not innocent in that sense. Never innocent
I do love
there.
Against Yoshi. That's probably one of my hotter takes is like, I think he's a very fair character. Like definitely has the stuff, but overall he's not. He just relies on playing the same game as you.
Well, yeah, he does have a big noggin for that fair. You're right. He does use that quite often. But
got a lot of nose there. Do you think that's where his brain is? Because
I hope not. He'd be rattling around in there pretty hard.
Yeah, but like there's not enough space behind his eyes, so.
Yeah, then his eyes are pretty soulless. There's not a whole lot going on back there, so.
Yeah. Anyway, that's your food for thought, chat. Where's Yoshi's brain? Is it in his nose?
Okay, well, it looks like it might not actually be Yoshi. We have a couple other players heading up there, so we'll have to see. That might be what's on deck, the Yoshi team.
Yeah.
But we'll see who's going up. We're actually getting them set up on stage now. You can see kind of behind us Players sitting down, getting settled, which is nice. It's so nice to be in this environment again too. It's been so long since we've had a big major here in the PNW.
Oh yeah.
We get that one a year.
We're getting there. We got Port Priority later.
Yeah, true.
Got major upset this year. Look out for the Pacific Northwest. We are growing at an alarming rate, and it's all thanks to the community here, really. I cannot thank them enough for putting this event on.
Yeah, and not only, having just the wonderful community, but also the great sites. I've already been seeing a lot of people posting on Twitter, from the people who have come out here, just talking about how nice it's been out here in Vancouver, the things that they've seen, posting pictures of the scenery, and even me living here, I see some of that stuff, and I'm like, wow, like we really do live in a beautiful city. Like it's gorgeous.
If you get to see the venue we're in after dark, it all lights up. It's incredible.
Yeah. So it should be a good time. Glad to see some of these people getting to travel out here and experience it for themselves. Got players putting in names right now, so we'll be getting to the matches relatively shortly here. Thank you guys so much for your patience.
Mate, but I don't actually know what he looks like, so.
Yeah, I don't think so, but we'll see in a moment or two here. But yeah, so I'll just remind everybody too, we are going to be going through the whole doubles bracket today. Should be getting done that. I think the schedule has that ending around 7.
Yeah,
we've got one set of singles pools today.
Singles pools. We got the crew battle today, I think.
Yep. Or let me double check on that. I'm not sure if the crew battle's happening today. We do have the money match between Big Boss and Zomba happening, the $1,000 money match between the two of them. I'll be on the mic for that later on tonight.
That'll be fun. I think there'll be a lot of robbery going on.
Yeah. Well, good pun. I had to take a second to process that one. Yeah, robbery for sure.
I don't know who's gonna win that one. I don't know. Rob Dittos are strange. Definitely seen. I would bet on Zomba. He's the better player overall, but
yeah,
I think any character Ditto is definitely not necessarily decided by who's better all the time.
Yeah, it's tough too because Rob having that, big body means that he's going to get comboed really hard by Rob's really good combos.
I'm sure Rob can 0 to death himself.
Yes. Yeah, Rob can 0 to death a lot of different characters in the game. He could definitely do it to himself. So, going to be an explosive set there between the two of them. Don't want to miss out on that. Looks like we're just going over stage strikes up there on the stage. Getting some info from the players, making sure the overlay is all pretty for you guys as well.
I think one of those players might be Luigi. I think that's how you pronounce it. The British/Canadian Luigi.
Yep.
He's another one on his very first tournament outside of his home country, which is really humbling to have them pick here.
Yeah, and Luigi teaming with Onin, so if that's the team that we're seeing up there.
Oh well, that's not Onin, so.
Okay, so that is not Luigi then.
Sorry, we don't know who's on yet, chat. You're just gonna have to bear with us while we try and figure this out. We are on the case. Not really.
We'll get there. But
chat makes a good point. Zomba doesn't really do the 0 to death as much as Anathema, which is actually part of the reason he lost the Ditto to Anathema the last time they played. Or I think that's how you pronounce it. It's the actual word Anathema.
Yeah.
So interesting. Maybe Big Boss is better at just doing the combos than Zomba is and can sneak past that.
Yeah, hard to say. Yeah, talking about Luigi, though, I know had some travel issues coming into the event.
Yeah.
Had a couple of close calls, but did make it here. So we are going to be able to see him play this weekend, which is awesome. I like to see, that's the kind of character I like to play. The more kind of explosive you get an opening, you get to you get to take it as far as you can. So
surprised you never took to ice climbers in that regard.
Yeah, I mean Icy's definitely
you definitely have the person to study from. We got Big D here. You'll be seeing him later. He's also in doubles.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so
a lot of really, really strong teams here this weekend. And I like the start of doubles as well. It's where you kind of get to see, first off, some of the high tier teams just kind of, have a little bit of a playground and really go off. But also some of the lower end teams that just haven't gotten to show their stuff yet.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of teams that kind of come out of the woodwork, really show that they've practiced this double stuff. A lot of teams don't end up actually practicing doubles until the weekend of.
Yeah. I think compared to Smash 4, Ultimate just has a lot less static teams in general.
Yeah.
A lot less focus on doubles in this game. I'm blaming cloud fatigue.
Yeah. And also the differences in the knockback and stuff. I think that it takes... it's a lot harder of a game to actually like cooperate with your teammate, you have to be able to react a lot faster to the hits that are coming, just because of the how fast the knockback is going. So I feel like having that synergy with your team is just so important. So we'll get to see whether any of these teams actually, have that synergy, have that practice put under their belt, and see if they get rewarded for that.
And as you were mentioning earlier, we got a DDD here. We can see the character select screen. So DDD, Palu, Ness, Zelda, 2 very good characters, 2 very good doubles characters, and then also King DDD and Zelda. So interesting. I think DDD's like fine in doubles. Unfortunately, Gordo just causes more chaos than it really solves.
Yeah, your teammate has to watch pretty close to you as well, making sure that you're not going to take a Gordo to the back of the head or anything like that. And then Nest, Zelda, going to be lots of stuff going around the stage between the projectiles from both of them.
Oh yeah.
Same deal with Zelda though. You can't really use that Phantom too much,
no,
otherwise you're going to be smacking your teammate a little bit.
Demands space.
Yeah.
Both of the low tiers on screen just kind of demand it. I know the Palu DDD team is from Vancouver Island, so a couple local people.
Cool.
Not entirely sure where the other team is from, besides just the US. I know I've heard the tag solo before. They might be from like SoCal.
Gotcha. Yeah, but if you get these 4 characters on a small stage, I feel like it is going to get hectic real quick. I mean, 4 characters that, as you mentioned, demand space pretty heavily on a small stage, something like Smashville or something.
Yeah. They have not started playing yet, chat, so...
Yeah.
Here we go. Alright, Let's wake up a bit. We got action now. Thank you for putting up with the preamble, chat. Let's see what we can do.
1, go!
It's not a major if it starts on time.
So, does these 2 look smaller to you?
I'm not sure.
Maybe DDD is just that big. Don't see a whole lot of King DDD, but...
Yeah.
Gonna set up Batman on the side, because looks like Solo knows well how to stay back at least.
Yeah, Jin doing a good job here of just kind of like playing that neutral on the right side of the stage, but DDD is getting smacked around on the left. He spent most of the time on that left side of the stage.
I didn't even think about that, using multi-hits to kind of just hold a character in place for Zelda to kick. They are infamously small in this game, smaller than they've ever been, but still definitely have a lot of power to back it up.
Yeah.
Oh, good back. It almost killed Zelda at 97%. Good god. Down throw. Oh.
Ooh, that back air managing to take one player from both of the teams. A little bit of an alley-oop there.
I'm going to immediately call the Zelda out because they DI'd in on Palu jumping from the ledge, and you are not supposed to do that, so please don't.
Yeah.
It's not good for your health, it's not good for your family.
DDD up air there, almost taking Jin off the top. Good DI though there.
That just looking up to from Gordo. I was actually not expecting that to be that fast.
And RM on the DDD there. Still spending so much time on that left side of the stage. Hasn't been able to find too much space.
I don't think Phantom... Oh, another double. I mean, these trades are working out slightly, I guess. Generally, just taking the kill on the enemy is usually a bit better.
Yeah, it is certainly keeping it even for both of these teams here.
I will say Phantom has not been as disruptive as I was expecting. And I think that's because Ness is just a very aerial character anyways. So he just kind of flies over it, whereas Phantom controls the ground. Oh, good shot.
Ooh, deep Gordo there.
A good shot from Kid Bubbling, and Red Team actually has a lead here, although it is dependent on King DD's ability to stay alive.
Alright, some up airs there between the Palu and the DDD. Interesting synergy there. Both those up airs taking a little while to connect.
Yep.
So you can, kind of combo off of each other's a little bit more reliably. Those multi-hits doing a lot more for the 2 of them.
Alright, let's see if Solo... Oh my, I forgot about that.
Alright, blue team on the ropes here. Both at separate edges here. Some edge trapping coming out of the DDD.
Yeah, we got like two low-tier edge trappers and then 2 high-tier edge trappers. So, not terribly surprised. Oh, gets the up tilt out in time to hit Zelda and the Gordo follow. That was excellent out of Kid Bubbling. And
I like that. It looked like there was going to be a team combo there. Was not expecting the back throw from the Palu.
Nah, I respect it. I'm definitely a proponent of just taking the kills when you have them. Although, you know it's doubles. There's always the temptation to just go for something really fancy in this situation.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when you're on screen. Down throw? Okay, this Zelda keeps DIing in on down throw at the ledge. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's a little bit scary to, DI out when you're that close to the ledge, but
like,
I agree. Yeah, you don't want to take the down throw
like
up there.
especially if it's Palu. The forward throws... Oh, goodbye. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah. Maybe he was trying to hold down on the ledge to beat the Zelda standing there and just held down a little bit too early.
Yeah.
But that is going to be Solemn and Kid Bulblin.
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 Bulblin?
Bulblin.
Okay, Bulblin.
We got there. But they're taking the first game here. We'll have to see whether there's any character swaps or anything for the second game.
Yeah.
It's harder to think about character select in doubles.
Yeah.
At least for me. It's hard to think about, like, playing against two separate characters and then also synergizing with the character that your teammate's playing.
Yeah, especially if you happen to play a different character in doubles than singles.
Right.
Like, I know Solemn plays a couple of characters because he's, like, semi-local, so...
Yeah.
We might see... I think he's sticking on Palu, but I know he's got, like, a Lucina, also good in doubles. He's got a Donkey Kong if he's decided on some memery.
Yeah.
I would love to see a DDD DK team. That would actually be really funny.
DK definitely another character that, has some kind of glaring weaknesses in singles, but when you have that teammate to help you out with the recovery, pass back and forth for some combos, you definitely get some new options there.
Yeah, sometimes all you need in doubles is just to hit hard.
Yep.
All right, no switch from the red team, no switch from the blue team.
All right.
I think. Yeah, Solo is deciding. And here we go again. I'm calling small battlefield.
Well, there it is. All right, so a little bit less space for both of these teams here, which means those Phantoms that we were mentioning in that first game and the Gordos as well might be a little bit more disruptive here.
Okay, that was really funny. Definitely better than taking the throw there, because Zelda was set up in the right position, but just lob a Gordo on them. What are they going to do?
Yeah, something else to mention for both of these teams, a lot of multi-hit aerials on both the sides.
Yeah.
The airs, the up airs from the forward airs from Ness as well. A lot of time for these teams to pass back and forth, which makes for some interesting plays.
Yeah, I think it's also interesting we've seen Q, I'm gonna assume that's how you pronounce it, Q, actually use the multi-hits to just fire off really strong single-hit attacks, so definitely showed some team synergy in the last game. It just wasn't enough to beat these two, who I'm pretty sure just team together very regularly. And Zelda already down a stock. I know Zelda's been dying so early, it's really tragic. I thought Palu was going for the down air there on the left side.
Yeah, Palu, a character that you can kind of prepare for a lot of this stuff in singles, but in doubles, you're not paying attention. Suddenly you're taking a back air to the face, suddenly you're taking a down air off stage. Like, a lot of very scary hitboxes that just kind of demand attention.
I feel like so far I have seen DDD connect with two Gordos, and they have both hit his teammate, or himself there.
Yeah, that's the plight of the DDD player.
Yeah, I sympathize. I play Wii Fit Trainer doubles, and the soccer ball is functionally very similar. You do a lot of hitting your teammate, you just kind of have to look at them and be like, yeah, I'm sorry, just deal with it. Oh, goes for the Gordo there. Oh no! 26%. DDD could kill there with the forward smash, but just gonna settle for damage.
Yeah, well, got the up smash on the Zelda
Yeah.
there for that stock as
You
well.
still got to stock off a shield break, just not what you're expected.
Yeah, that's more than you usually get in doubles off a shield break, too. Usually
yeah.
the teammate can get in there and cause a distraction, which is what was happening, or attempting to be happening there, but...
Yeah. That was the... Okay.
Wow, good up
Turns
there.
the Gordo bounce into their advantage there. Good job from Q. And Ness gonna go wide. And Ness can just chill off stage. Gives enough time for things on stage to become a little more favorable. Maybe your teammate hits the partner away. And that's another stock off the Zelda. This is looking even better for the red team than game one.
Yeah, without those trade kills coming out, looks like red team's doing a little bit better. And yeah, that's Dave DI-in that you mentioned on the first game.
It was his teammate this time, but still. What are you doing? All right.
Yeah,
I want to see something funny.
Yeah, long road ahead. And like I was mentioning earlier, I think these players do have these.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're going for them there, the up air strings.
I want to see like forward throw and a jet hammer or something silly.
Oh my goodness, yeah, like jump jet hammer or something.
Just give us something to end this off. You got a pretty massive lead. Paolo's going to cover ledge here, while DDD sets up the standard DDD game plan, I would say. And that's
A
it.
weak up smash to up air.
I didn't even know that had a weak hitbox.
Yeah, didn't do a whole lot there. Just kind of popped him up into the air, and the assist there from Solemn, closing it out. So quick 2-0 for Solemn and Kid Bulblin.
Bulblin. It's a weird one to wrap my head around, Bulblin.
Yeah.
No, they looked very in control the whole time. There was only a slight part at the first game where it looks like they were even a little bit concerned.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was just like they caught bad DI a lot. That's my main takeaway is they lost 3 stocks over 2 games to just DIing in on down throw when they really shouldn't have. And
Yeah.
it's kind of egregious because neither Palu nor King DDD have combo throws.
Okay,
So
we're
it's
gonna
like,
get to see a couple of
or
replays
not
here of
combo throws, skill throws.
what happened during that set. Oh, there's that first double kill, the down throw into that back air happening there. This might actually be the
other
oh
one?
yeah, the
Nope,
deep
just
Gordo.
Gordo tonight from downtown.
And then this might be the second
Yeah,
double kill.
I want to see the second double kill because it happened so fast. I didn't know what happened. So DDD's. Oh no, this is the one where DDD
Oh,
just
high
kind of
Gordo on
rides
the left
this
side, yeah.
up there.
Yeah, and there, I do want to mention Solemn had a really, did a really good job of swapping targets
yeah.
on short notice. Oh, and this up smash was really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, caught the jump.
It
Get a
looks
little
like
bit of
he
extra
was trying
damage.
to jump nair there because I think that just is Zelda's fastest aerial.
Yeah, might have even been trying to hit Ness, get that shield break over with, but didn't manage to have that happen. And then yeah, that weak up smash, like the inside
I'm
hitbox
just
of
amazed.
DDD.
I didn't know that hitbox even existed.
Yeah, yeah, it's a hitbox. You're like expecting a big old hammer hit. I guess he's hitting with the handle of the hammer.
Yeah. DDD just has some weird decisions on his moves. Infamously, his back air in Smash 4 has roughly the same hitbox as the back air in Ultimate, but it has this huge arc to it that just has none. Well-designed
exactly.
character, well-designed character.
And that's why we don't see DDD quite as often. But, made it work. So shout-outs to them. We'll
Alright,
have to
let's
see what they manage to do later on in the bracket.
All right, I definitely know one of the players sitting up there. I think we're going to be seeing something special.
What do you think we're going to be seeing?
I think we're going to be seeing some Smash Ultimate doubles.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, yeah, next matchup just setting up on the stage there. You can see in the background as well.
Chat says the DDD hitbox is exactly the same. It just has an animation that actually matches it now, and that's honestly incredibly funny.
Okay. So, yeah, getting through the first little rounds of doubles here. You can see a lot of people there in the background as well, just getting through their first rounds here. We're in beautiful British Columbia as well. Make sure to follow the players that are at the event.
Yeah.
Keep up to date on what's going on with them because, a lot of people posting pictures of the scenery, of everything going on, their brackets, that sort of thing.
Yeah. I love just people taking in, the harbor area especially. It's so wonderful. We're so lucky to get to host an event here right on the water pretty much.
Yeah, Vancouver Convention Center, literally right on the ocean. You walk outside and you're right on the harbor front, basically. You get to see some boats. You get to see the water. Lots of nice stuff going on. So if you didn't get to make it out this year, that's totally okay. We'll help you, see all the action here on the stream. But also, think about it for the next time because
always come next year.
Yeah,
I know a couple people who came just because they wanted to take a vacation in Vancouver and
for sure.
planned around it.
Yeah, and also, if you're thinking about it, get your passports sooner rather than later.
Get your visas sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name names.
It's tough. It's a process that, definitely takes some time. So, make sure to get on that sooner rather than later. And then, make that process easier for when the next one rolls around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got players putting in their tags here, getting set up on
I
stage.
thought I recognized one of the players, but looking at him now, I think I was mistaken, so
Gotcha.
it's hard to tell. We got not the best view, a lot of sides of heads, and that's not really the greatest way to identify somebody. Just gonna say it.
Yeah. No, that's totally fair. But yeah, big shout outs to Fresh Cut yet again. You can see their logo there in the back. They're supporting the event, make sure to download the app and join the Smash community on there. Add a little bit of money to the prize pool.
Yeah.
Get these players, what they deserve for putting in all the hard work and for, getting to the highest of the highs,
Mm-hmm. Looks like we're ready.
Yeah, players have all their tags put in. We're just gathering info from them for their tags on stage here, and then we'll be getting right back into the action. Thank you guys so much for the patience. We appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, especially also just like, it's the start of the day. This is kind of where everything gets tested. So if we have like some computer troubles, some audio troubles, thank you for being patient because, yeah, it's going to get better as the day goes on, I promise. Especially
Absolutely.
with more
Better
good
sets,
Smash,
better Smash, get to see some nice stuff. People warming up here too, a lot of people, doubles is kind of the side event, just kind of gets them warmed up and back into the idea of competing so they can get to that singles action for the rest of the weekend. But then also, we saw, I think, I would say Solomon, Kid Bulblin in that last set definitely practiced doubles partners, ready for some of those conversions off of the multi-hit aerials.
Smash one. That was crazy to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of like we were saying, there isn't a whole lot of static teams in doubles, but the ones that are there are just knock it out of the park,
Yeah. There was that team from earlier on in Smash 4, or sorry, not in Smash 4, Smash
Lucy and
Ultimate.
Linus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another team that they don't even
only
really
enter
enter singles.
doubles.
They're there for the doubles. They practice that team synergy, and you can see how well it pays off for them.
Like if you're that good at just knowing what each other does, it doesn't matter that you might not be like as good a player as like Leo. They beat one of Leo's teams at least once.
Yeah.
So it's proof that you can just make up with other skills, like, being really good at doubles. And it's kind of a lost art, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, yeah, a lot of majors also kind of moving away from doubles a little bit. I've seen some majors recently that, and Squad Strike's a lot of fun too, don't get me wrong. But it's cool to have these different formats and to see those kind of different play styles come out and those different skill sets really get to shine.
Yeah. And on a rare occasion, you might even get a whole doubles character.
Are you Ice Climbers?
Sure, Ice Climbers. I was thinking more like the kind of people who have a different main in doubles.
Oh, I understand. I understand. There's a couple of characters that can kind of fall into that, team on their own. Rosaluma, Ices.
Olimar is like a whole soccer team.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you've got a whole little crew of people hanging out there. So we're just on stage select here before we get into this set. Just getting the players situated. Thank you guys again for the patience. Gonna get right into the action here.
Come on. I want to see more Smash, dang it.
But yeah, just a reminder too, we're doing doubles today. We're going to be going through all of doubles. We're kind of going to shoot straight through the bracket. That's going to be all happening today. And then afterwards, we've got a singles pool going on today. So we're going to see a little bit of singles action. And then we're also going to be seeing the Zomba versus Big Boss money match happening later tonight as well. So lots of Smash Ultimate happening today. And it's only the first day. So we've got a lot happening.
Now I'm wondering something about the Zomba Big Boss money match. Who do you think is going to make more money? The winner of the money match or the collective side betting pool? Like just the various side bets in the audience. Who do you think is going to make a bit more?
Good question. I don't know. I think the real winners are going to be the people in the audience who get to see a very hyped set. How's that?
Yeah. I think that's probably the most diplomatic answer you can.
It's kind of a cop-out, but, we'll go there. All right.
All right, we're just about ready. Thank you guys so much for the wait. PS2. It's always PS2.
Yeah, PS2, just such a good starter stage.
Yeah.
Gives teams a little bit of space for doubles as well. It's one of the bigger stages in the roster, so you're not going to have to worry about, hitting your team super early on. So we'll hopefully see that one here. Players just getting situated still on the stage. All right, I'm just going to take a quick look at bracket here as well. A couple other teams to watch out for. Udace Gluto. That's a super scary team.
Oh, yeah.
Two very
Have they
technical
teamed
players.
I'm really excited to see that. They should put that on stream for us.
Not that I've seen. But that's a very scary team. And then, of course, Ouch is teaming with Base Mage.
Oh, that'll be fun.
So, yeah, that is, Puff in doubles is definitely a monster.
Ouch in doubles in general is just electrifying. Like, his instincts are so good. That's the crazy part. No matter what he does, he just... It's right almost every time.
Yeah, he's really good at avoiding those danger situations, but then also understanding when he can kind of strike forwards and make that, wolf back air happen, take those stocks at those low percents. So definitely a scary team there as well.
Who else we got?
Looking, I see Sonics and Ken. Unfortunately, Sonics wasn't able to make it, so that's
Yeah,
not a team we're going to be...
Probably takes Ken out of doubles as well.
Yeah.
Somehow I get the feeling there's a decent contingent of chat that might be fine with that, but I personally, I love watching Ken, so I'm quite sad.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We've got Jojo to Hobo and Embo Z. I knew I recognized some of them.
Gotcha.
All right, so how do you feel about projectiles?
Oh, we're going to be seeing a lot of those this game, I'm sure. Lots of projectile action. It's going to be Duck Hunt and Toon Link, most likely, and I can't see what the other team is
Diddy
quite
Kong
yet.
and Captain Falcon.
Oh, Diddy, Captain
like-
Falcon. So, yeah, it's kind of zoners versus those zone breakers.
Yeah.
Diddy having that banana to try and get in against some of those more projectile-based characters. And then, of course, Falcon with just the, raw speed and power going to try and find those openings.
Yeah, I feel bad for this man. He's just surrounded by people throwing things at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. Diddy arguably is a better projectile than either of the zoners.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting into the action here. Jojo Hobo and Ambo Z from the KW area down in Seattle. Down in Washington. And then Wood and Galva Prime here from Canada.
And for those of you who don't know, chat, generally BC interacts more with Washington and Oregon than the rest of Canada, so we just all go by the Pacific Northwest around here.
Absolutely.
All right, Jojo has the banana. Already going to make use of that with that down tilt.
Yeah, and Jojo, such a good items player too, playing around with those
And
bombs.
you have to be to play that character at all.
Yeah, don't want to let him get a hold of the banana.
Yeah. Yeah, Wood's only pulled the banana once, actually. Hasn't really had the space to do it because... Oh, that was a really good pickup. Wow. Oh, two? And up airs his own teammate. Whoops.
Yeah. Duck Hunt, not a character you see a ton of, but Embo, one of the character's specialists, really puts out those damaging combos with these clay pigeons. Kind of scary. You get hit by one of them, and you're like, okay, I'm probably going to take a forward air, back air. No, you're taking a second one, you're taking a third one, into potentially an up air or back air or something at the end.
Boomerang fair. And then here we go. There we go. Pulls a second banana in the game and makes really good use of it. Gets, I think, 2 whole stocks off of that one. What is happening with this pair? Oh my god.
They made Falcon kick so strong in this game. I always forget about it.
Excellent
Oh!
downer from Embo.
What a good spike there.
And falls right into the can. Unfortunate. Like, it moves a little bit slower than you think it does, so... Like, I don't know, for me, a can, it's a lot floatier, personally. I always think it would move like a Toon Link bomb, but it just chills there.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely had a few times where when I'm playing, it floats through the air so slow, and I just watch it falling towards me and just panic and end up getting hit by it. So it's hard to deal with, for sure.
This clay pigeon is so devastating because it looks like the explosion has... Oh, that was really,
Whoa.
really bold from MOC, I'll say.
All right, Jojo making it back to stage here.
Just to get blown up by his own teammate, but... Oh no, Galvatron's gonna SD, actually. Forced to take Woodstock, and now they are so far behind at this point.
Yeah, you have to take 3 stocks from 2 zoners and you're Captain Falcon. This is not where you want to be.
Yeah.
You are a fast man, but you're dealing with 2 zoners and a lot of projectiles.
You can't run away from your problems forever. And really, it's honestly just kind of in the edge guarding that's been getting this... both of these guys.
Yeah. That Duck Hunt spike lingers for a little bit too. Not the strongest spike, but when it's Captain Falcon and he doesn't have his jump, you don't really need a whole lot. Send him close to the blast zone and he is done. So first game going to Jojo and Embo Z.
Red Team combined lost like 3 or 4 stocks, I think, just to being edge guarded that game. So
Yeah.
absolutely #1 thing they need to work on there. Like, the can covers so much by itself, and then you've got 2 other people being like, hey, why don't you dodge the can so I can just smack you?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and it's hard too because if they manage to get ahead, suddenly they don't have to care about trading with those cans quite as often. They could just put those projectiles out, and if they happen to trade, they're ahead, so they're going to stay ahead.
It's not like the can's going to kill you.
Yeah, for sure.
Duck Hunt not renowned for killing power, that's for sure.
Taking care of us commentators as well. Grabbed us some water.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Thank you, TOs.
Yep. Make sure to thank your TOs, guys. Make sure to thank your streamers. Everybody who helps run these events. It takes a village to put something like this on. So
Absolutely. So much work goes on that you guys don't even get to see. The classic. Just start Falcon Kick.
yeah,
It's irresistible. It really is. Start first option.
Speaking of burst options, the Diddy Kong up B across the stage as well.
So far uncharged. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. That explosion from the barrel is doing so much damage too. Alright, so scrapping on the right side of the stage. Not using the whole stage. We're just getting hitboxes put out on the right side.
I will say, we joked about the Sonya team, but Embo and JoJo have definitely been a lot more aggressive than you would otherwise think. Like, they're just content to use their projectiles more as a combo starter than anything.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Falcon trying to get something started on the right side there, but Boomerang disrupting that. Getting more barrels, too. They do a lot of shield damage.
Honestly, it seems worth it, because he's just getting away for free.
Yeah.
It pretty much just takes a... What's it? Just takes it... Oh, no!
As you say, it was worth it. A little bit of a commentator curse there.
Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, no, Captain Falcon, too!
Ooh, looked like he was trying to collide with that bomb to get the reset on the up B, but didn't quite make it there.
Yeah, unfortunately, it might have been the classic. I thought I had a jump, didn't have a jump. Oh, no. Oh, no, the stage spike. Please don't die here at 0.
Yeah, well, with all the stuff going on the stage, I do not blame these players for losing track of their jumps. There are 8 million explosions, Falcon up B explosions, Toon Link explosions, barrel explosions, can explosions. Yeah, it's everything today.
Yeah. Especially since Embo and JoJo have just been really content to keep the pace of the game so high. Like, they are hitting the gas the entire time. They're not just sitting at their area. And it's been really working because they are up a full stock at this point. Embo's holding on at 160%. It's an old dog. It's a lot of dog years, honestly.
Yeah. And is in quite... Oh, I was about to say, is in quite a space or safe spot on the other side of the stage, but yeah, those barrels come flying in, take that stock.
They really don't have that much landing lag. It's kind of... Definitely less than I was expecting just watching this back. It looks, between the doubles chaos and just the landing lag, it looks almost unpunishable.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of lag, but you have to be prepared for where he's going to send them, and there's just so much happening on the screen, so...
Okay, this poor Falcon is just really had a rough go. He's been spiked twice, I think. And just unable to make it back to stage. It's really costly.
Yeah. Kind of grouping up on the right side of the stage here again. That F-tilt, ooh, is going to do it. A big hitbox on that F-tilt.
Disappointed Falcon stomped JoJo there, because I really wanted to see how the full up B and McCann would interact.
All right, getting something started here.
JoJo just throws away the banana, doesn't need it at this point. You've got so much of a lead now that you don't really need to do anything other than just what's working.
I like these up Bs too from JoJo. Just it commands so much space. You just happen to be in that area at all. Getting those edge guards off them as well.
That one was less worth it when he died.
Yeah.
In general, Toon Link up B just controls so much space. Gonna see it again here, maybe? No.
Alright, banana F smash.
At 30, maybe it would have been better to just back throw for control, but it's hard to... That was an excellent Falcon hook right there.
That was a really good...
I want to see more of that from Galva Prime, honestly.
Yeah, you kind of need to make those plays happen. You have the rage on Captain Falcon. Oh, and the up B gonna cover that roll.
Did he have F smash almost kills now, and that's it. That game was closer.
That game was a lot closer, yeah. There were a couple of times where, Captain Falcon couldn't really recover there.
Yeah. I think if it weren't for that, the game actually probably would have been really competitive as opposed to close, but probably still not winning in the end.
Yeah.
They're doing the same pose. Toon Link and Duck Hunt.
Oh, they actually are. I wonder if they planned that. You can, you can choose
them.
using the top buttons or whatever.
Yeah. I learned that you choose them because when Pythra came out, I was like, I want to only get the victory screens without Rex on them.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's Rex.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right.
Who are we going to get next, I wonder?
We'll have to see. But yeah, that was a That was a 6 set between the two of them. I like the kind of more risky, you know, like, let's go for these up Bs off stage. Let's get these stocks while we have the Falcon Rage. Kind of need to make that stuff happen when you are down like that.
Yeah. And I really commend Emmo and JoJo for just hitting the gas. That's simple. They hit the gas, and they just never held up, and it worked. There was never a point where there was really kind of a temptation to sit back. They just wanted to get their combo starters, and they did repeatedly.
Yeah, and they got their combo starters while being cognizant of where their teammate was, not taking too much damage from each other's projectiles, anything like that, and then also staying out of the way of those other options, like we mentioned the Toon Link up B. I don't think we saw Embo get caught by any of those.
Oh, yeah.
It's just kind of using that space to set up.
Anyway, I promised it earlier. We have Luki Onin now. I told you guys we were going to get it.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
not right away. It's hard, you know. I haven't seen many of these people in person. Some people just look a bit different, you know, in person.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you see them on stream and you kind of get an image of them in your head, but then see them in person and it's a whole different ball game. So
it's
super
always fun
understandable.
figuring out who's taller than you think and who's shorter than you think, you know?
Yeah.
We have probably the most famous example, a large Dawson.
Yes.
Say that for Twitch reasons.
Yeah, you see Big D on stream and you can kind of conceptualize it, but then you stand beside him in person and it's
like I'm not that short. I go up to his shoulder. It's insane. Steve is not banned at this event.
All right. I'm excited to see how this Luki Onin team works, because both of these characters are characters that, you know, can spend all of their time comboing on their own. You know, have Luigi having those extended combos, Steve obviously having those extended combos as well. But, you know, in doubles, that might look a little bit different. They might actually have to pass a little bit more. There's people trying to disrupt those combos. So I'm excited to see how this works out.
Yeah. I just want to point out, I don't know who, and you can't see it yet, but one of the players made their tag send help, so.
Yeah, it's a pretty good tag.
I love tags like that when you're up against a top player, just like help me or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough in these early rounds too.
Yeah. I actually do recognize one of the other players. I believe they played Lucario, which another pretty significant example of bad in singles, good in doubles.
Yep. Yeah, I'm curious if it's a Lucario team. I've seen some Lucario teams where it's just like, okay, I play Lucario, I'm just going to play in doubles to see how it goes. But I've also seen some Lucario teams that are specifically designed to be a Lucario team.
Yeah.
You know, they've got a Lucario and a Puff or something, you know, specifically to hold those stocks.
Yeah. In previous games, the whole Lucas Lucario thing.
Yeah. Yeah, to heal off of it as well. There's a lot of different ways that can go. So I'm curious to see if that is actually how that's going to play out here.
Yeah. I wonder if they're, like, in tune with each other enough to just throw a stock away early.
Yeah,
Lucario.
that's something that I always love doing in those, you know, kind of like doubles friendlies. I don't know if I've ever actually managed to do it in bracket.
I'm so afraid to do it in bracket. Are you kidding?
Because that's brave. You know, you have to really trust your teammate to hold on to those stocks, and also trust yourself to not lose those stocks early and then have to, you know, take a whole bunch, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. Oh, we got some jams as well.
I hope chat can hear music, because I've been, like, vibing this whole time.
Yeah.
Probably looks awkward if I'm just bobbing around with... Alright, so it looks like we are going to see Lucario and Incineroar.
So going kind of the different direction, like, I think this could still very well be a Lucario team, but rather than being like a evasive, like I'm gonna camp out, I'm going to stock tank.
No, don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it!
I love this. Yes, double dock. Let's go. I'm so happy for this. Okay, so double dock.
Oh no, one of them's backing out. One of them's shook now.
Ooh. Okay.
Onin and Lugi are having some fun on the character select screen.
They're thinking it through.
I know
I was
want
hyped
to
for
see
the double dock.
That was your original main in this game.
One of them, for
One
sure.
of them, Ridley and Doc.
I like this a lot. As far as...
Gameplay's just starting, chat. Hold on.
Yep. No, we got gameplay for you guys here. I think this is actually, like, hard for Lucario. Doc has a lot of kill confirms. You know, you get hit by a pill, you're taking one of, you know, Doc's 5 different aerials, you're taking a down B, you're taking an up B, like...
You got down throw down B, down throw up B.
You got a whole bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, Kidman not going to actually throw a stock away yet. made up for it by already taking about 80%, so it's so funny that Incineroar is the best character on the screen. When does this happen?
Yeah. A down B already taking a stock from the Lucario, and then the up B on the right side of the stage. Both of these, you know, relatively heavier characters dying at around that 100% mark.
Oh yeah, and that's just Doc for you. They wanted him to be slow, strong Mario, and they did.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about it earlier too, you know, characters that aren't the greatest in singles but do well in doubles, and you know, when Doc has another Doc sitting in front of him, putting out those back air walls, throwing out pills, like it's hard to edge guard him, but put yourself in the position where you can actually do that.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, Kidman couldn't mess up the Aura Sphere confirm. I know they're a lot tighter in this game. I believe you actually have to do landing charge into aerial charge to get any true confirms, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, no, I believe that's right.
They did Lucario dirty in this game, that's all I have to say.
But yeah, when you are down that stock and you have that aura, those F smashes hurt.
Oh no!
Ooh, that's a really good up smash. Oh, having two Docs throwing pills at you off stage?
That's just nightmarish.
Oh man, I'm already kind of thinking about the 2v1 situation, which, you know, we might not necessarily get there, but if we do, I feel like either of these characters are going to have a tough time with two doctors telling you to take your pills.
Yeah, the worst is two Pyros just doing side B.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
That one's a little silly. Yeah, I mean, you're down. So far, Kidman has just not been able to capitalize on his aura in the slightest. Alright.
You can hear them in the background, too.
Yeah, they're just chilling. They're having a good time.
They are turning on each other, actually. Getting a couple of combos. Oh, there's a... You can tell, too, that they're thinking about it. See one of the players running towards the other one. It's like, are you going to hit me?
They're definitely trying to just... I think they'll do it here, for sure. Or maybe look for, like, a jab up. Be another one of Doc's many kill confirms.
Okay,
Or
yeah,
that.
wow.
I can't believe that kills.
Yeah, the DI there not correct on
Not
the up smash,
ideal.
but I wouldn't be ready for that up smash to connect either.
No.
You could tell they were both fishing for those jabs. Just sends it such a nice angle
Yeah.
for that up smash.
Doc's
So.
move in general just do that real nice.
Yeah, I mean, not characters that either of these players play in singles a whole lot, but I mean, clearly know the character well. You know, both of them play it.
I mean, you know everyone is a pocket Doc. It's like that K-Roll Ganon, everyone swears their pocket Doc is crazy.
Yeah.
There's where. They actually put their money where their mouth is there.
They did. So I'll have to see, you know, what's going to go on here for game
SBF.
2.
Just want something a bit smaller.
Yeah, small battlefield. See if they go back to that double dock, or whether they try out anything else.
One of them, Watford, was hovering other characters, so I'm going to assume Watford is maybe Onion, because I think Onion does actually have a Shulk, and that was the character hovered, but I don't know.
Gotcha. Okay, so we are going to see the double dock again here on the small battlefield. So a little bit less space.
Yeah, and I don't think space was the problem, it just died too early.
Yeah, that's true. Kind of being near the edge of the stage, Doc, you know, generally killing horizontally, you know, going to have a little bit more space towards the blast zone, so might not die quite as early now. Oh, with the spike, right as I say that. First stock taken in 20 seconds.
Also, I just want to point out one of the Docs picked the blue color against the blue team, which is like, it feels petty, you know? I know they did it last game, so they probably weren't thinking about that, but whenever I see it, I'm just like, was this intentional?
Yeah. All right, the down B, taking that
the down B.
second stock.
I mean, if you're Lucario, you want to be down, because it does count cumulative stocks, so... Yeah, I believe how it works, or at least worked in past games, it weighs how many stocks you have versus how many stocks literally everyone else on the screen has.
Yes, yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe we could see something like... Look at how far that sends. Yeah, almost got the nair there. That 100% was killing, barring any sort of interference from Luigi. Chat's telling me that Watford is Luigi.
Gotcha.
Oh, good tag for Kidman.
Oh, jab block on the right side into a second jab block.
And just
into another throw.
Going. That was incredible. We're definitely going to have to get a fresh cut replay on that one.
Yeah.
Down
All right,
throw?
down throw.
Yep.
That was a really good punish. Yeah, being there,
I
ready
guess
for
Doc
that.
back throw doesn't have a collateral hitbox because it's not like Mario's, so not much you could do there, I suppose.
Yeah, not the look you want when the Lucario's the one needing to actually take, or when the Lucario's the one getting the stocks taken from them.
Although here we are at massive percents down very far, but it might be too little too late here.
I mean, there is a lot of aura on that Lucario. You see some of these aerials doing so much shield damage. Sneaking out of that situation as well.
Very lucky that the bump didn't get them killed there.
Oh.
Okay, it's
Okay,
going to get a stock off of Luigi. Chat.
Have to see here, and yeah.
119 on Lucario. No!
Oh, and that's not what you need right here, because now it's Incineroar versus double dock. Ooh, very close to the sweet spot on that forward air. And how do you deal with this?
You were saying it earlier, just...
Yeah, we didn't really see it in game one, but...
I mean, you know cats hate taking their meds. You gotta put it in food or something. My parents' dog is the same. She started learning to, like, eat around the food and leave the pill, which is...
no.
Hopefully what Miss Sin can do here, but no dice.
And that up B, such a good option out of shield there. And Ona and Lugi gonna take that with the double dog. Yeah, not the team I was expecting, but I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're used to having those, long combos and you're kind of doing those on your own and you don't want those to get disrupted, I think that that's reasonable to try and swap to a character that's just a little bit more cookie cutter. You get those strong back airs, you get the pills, you get the up Bs, just kind of boils the game down to less complicated interactions.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we are going to be seeing some replays here right away.
I want to see the pill spam. I hope they replay that. That was funny.
Yeah, that up smash on the Lucario there. Such a good way to get rid of that stock. Some pill spam on the left side there.
Because he aura sphere charged his own teammate, and that just kind of held him in place perfectly.
Yeah, and that was really close to a nice recovery there on the dock, but did get clipped by that Lucario Nair, and that jab combo into the up smash is going to take that first game.
Mm-hmm.
That stock on the right side. So scary.
Yeah.
That dock spike. I didn't have that in the last game. Definitely a welcome addition in this one.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't his dare like the... It was the melee one still, right?
It was like a little bit of a drill, yeah.
Alright. Oh, man, I'm excited for this. We're getting a team we wanted to see. Mudace is sitting down. And that means Glutoni is also going to sit down.
Yeah, this is going to be scary. These are two fast-playing players, both Gluto and Mudace, both with very quick snap reactions.
Yeah.
And I was mentioning earlier that in doubles in this game, you need to have those fast snap reactions just because knockback happens so quickly, right? And everything's happening so quickly. So definitely a scary team to deal with here. Not sure who they're playing against quite yet. We'll get those names up for you guys shortly, but... Yeah, Mudace and Gluto both been taking names in singles as well recently.
Yeah. Mudace traveled to Japan, had an unusual time there. Let's see if he can reclaim some of his glory here.
Gotcha.
Then Gluto, I don't think he went to Japan, so been a while since I've seen him.
Yeah.
Came second at the pre-local yesterday. Actually 3-0'd a Cola, and then got 3-0'd by a Cola in Grands. So
yeah, in the reset.
Honestly, pretty good start to the weekend, Even any set off of arguably the best player in the world is definitely just a big accomplishment.
Yeah. And I will say that, people don't talk about it a ton, but this is day one, and, traveling from a different country, it's hard to deal with the jet lag. I went to Germany for a tournament way back in Smash 4, and they had pictures of me in the venue on Friday just sleeping in one of the chairs because I couldn't deal with the jet lag. Gluto makes it look easy. He's always prepared, at the pre-local yesterday doing so well. But, it's tough.
The VODs for the pre-local should be on twitch.tv/EVC Smash if y'all want to check it out. After this, of course. Stay here. Listen to us.
Awesome. So teams just getting set up. We are going to be seeing PS2 again. The classic starter.
Mm-hmm.
You love to see it for doubles. As I mentioned earlier, gets you a little bit of space, lets you feel things out before you get into the, the hecticness of some of those smaller stages with 4 people.
All right, I want to see... Oh, they're backing up?
Might be taking a look at controls or anything. Got to make sure, you're on the big stage. You got to make sure everything's good and ready before you get started. Because once you're started, it is game time.
Oh, Gluto forgot to make a tag.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
And
Got some shots of the crowd too. Got some cameras set up here.
yeah, like I am nervous and excited just for when this hits full capacity later for singles because, oh my god, there's a lot of people here. Counting both Melee and Ultimate, we have a 4-digit number of people here.
Yeah, you can see some of the people here in the crowd. Venue really filling up.
See
It's
Apollo
just day
Donkey
one too.
Hat. Easy to spot in the crowd, the straw hat.
Yeah, the classic hat.
Sorry, just wait for the go-ahead.
What other top players can we point out here?
Hey, how you doing?
They're well hidden dark.
I know. it's-
Fargo, I believe, right there.
Slowly, like a little caterpillar.
A little bit hidden, but
Just as slow as I'm moving.
all good. Yeah, the Melee side as well. Both games
Pardon?
kicking off here.
On
don't know.
actual CRTs.
That's the exciting part. I don't know what I'm going to turn into.
Are they like the funny
Maybe.
monitor CRTs or are they actual
Color.
CRTs?
No, they're actually CRTs. They've done CRTs here
All right, change back.
for a while. I remember the first couple of Battle of BCs hauling those CRTs around, and it is not easy. Those things are heavy. I respect the Melee players for, you know, having the guts to cart those around,
Oh, yeah.
you know, to be able to enjoy the game they want to enjoy.
Some of those are probably older than the player base.
Yeah. Awesome. So we are sitting on the character select screen here. Everybody's chosen their characters. We're going to be getting the Wario Peach out of Gluto Mudace, as you'd expect.
Don't think Gluto has what I'm gonna call I'm too good in France characters.
Yeah.
I think he won top 8 at French regional with like Ganondorf or something. So
Yeah,
as a
he had a-
Ganondorf enjoyer myself, I kind of hope he does that. But
He had a pocket DK in Smash 4 as well that he'd pull out for some matchups. I remember going to Germany and playing him there, and he pulled out DK in a money match and just absolutely destroyed me in DK Ryu, which I thought was a great matchup.
you should
So,
have played Rosalina.
oh, did he?
No, you should have.
Oh, I should have. Yeah, I didn't. I'm not touching that character. I am. I don't have the brains for that character. I just want to be able to press some buttons.
And hey, Donkey Kong press button too.
Yep, and that's who we're going to be seeing on the other team here. We're going to be seeing a Donkey Kong and a Cloud. So a lot of buttons being pressed on both sides here. A little bit scared for Cloud being able to recover in
I
this
think
sort of
he'll be fine.
situation, but
Cloud is not as broken in doubles anymore, but he's still like a top 10 doubles character, let's be real.
for sure. So we'll have to see as they're getting into it, just getting settled up on stage.
Come on.
But yeah, I'm so excited to be back here too. This is the first one that we've had at the Vancouver Convention Center.
I know.
All the other Battle of BCs have been at the University of British Columbia, which
Shout
is
outs
also
to
a
them,
gorgeous
even though
venue.
we're
But
not there, but
yeah, when we have 1,500 people or so, you know, you got to upscale. You got to go where it's going to actually fit everybody.
yeah.
So
Another thing I like about this venue is that it's like almost open air, keeps a nice breeze coming in.
yeah, very high ceilings as well. Doesn't feel too cramped. AC's been pumped all day too. It's been quite warm here the last little while, so it's good to have, you know, not super warm venue.
All right, come on, guys. I want to see more Smash. I want to see more.
We'll be getting into it very shortly here. Players just getting settled. Trying to see what's going on up there. But that's good too. Like, you really do want to take a couple of seconds before you sit up there, before you get right into it. You jump right into things too quickly and you're not, you know, mentally prepared to actually start your set. It doesn't take long for things to happen in Smash Bros.
No, not
If
at
it
all.
takes you a minute to adjust up there and you do that in-game, that's tough.
The game could be over by that point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, last game we saw like a 20-second stock at the start.
Yeah.
Like, you know, things happen fast. So you got to take your time. You've got to be ready for, you know, anything that could happen. Even just thinking about the characters that your opponent's using, you know, thinking about what you might have to look out for at the start of the set. So super respect these players for taking their time and, you know, being 100% ready.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Feels kind of sacrilegious to mention Cloud as a good doubles character, but not Wario. Wario is one of the best in the game at doubles, of course. With
Having potential combos into Waft
Yeah.
with your teammate. It's going to be interesting to see if they have those on lock.
yeah, like he just has the right combination of mobility, survivability, and Waft to just put the pressure on in doubles, no matter who he's playing with. All right,
Yeah,
here we go.
a lot of those good throw combos as well, like coming out of Wario's throw. The down throw from Wario is so easy to combo out of. You can get like Wario down throw, I'm guessing Peach up smash just right out of it.
Yeah.
And that is so much damage. It's gonna kill so early as well.
Oh, goodbye. Oh no, no!
Oh, and just getting the release right
I
as...
didn't think you could make that back as Donkey Kong. Wow!
Yeah, that release right at the blast zone, just kind of flinging him upwards. Ludo going for the edge guard here. No jump now. Great air dodge from Hero.
Yeah. And excellent save by Mudace there. Just gets Wario out of a sticky situation, which Gluto puts him right back into. But
yeah, another move that can be pretty scary when it's comboed into is that Donkey Kong giant punch, donkey punch. I've heard it called so many different names at this point.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what the actual name is.
Giant punch is official, but whatever. It's
Yeah.
the punch.
But you get a throw combo into that, and that is going to be scary as well. Both these teams losing one stock here on their heavier teammate.
I'm actually really interested to see how this team composition works from Gluto and Mudace, because they're both highly defensive players. They both kind of just rely on their mobility to make openings as opposed to trying to brute force them, so I wonder if that could lead to scenarios where they're both just kind of hanging back, maybe giving up a little stage control to tempt the other team in, because, like, you're Donkey Kong, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Combo starting there from Gluto. Not overextending either, like being very aware of where both of those opponents are. Oh, and the great parry on the get-up attack.
There we go, gets the up tilt. Before that, the only stock they lost was when Gluto kind of gave it to them, but...
Wow, even just kind of baiting Hero there into trying for that that suicide kill and not being able to get it.
Double up air? Oh, the cross slash just misses. Did you know that cross slash, I'm sure everyone knows this, has a different hitbox depending on if it's facing left or right?
No, I didn't know that.
It's mostly limit because that's an actual Japanese character which isn't mirrored, and therefore one of them hits slightly different than the other one. I don't remember which one's optimal, but like...
Gotcha.
Smash
Okay.
ultimate, everyone.
Yeah.
And
Off
goodbye.
stage, yeah, you don't tech that, you're not making it back. So first game gonna go to Gluto and Mudace here.
Pretty clean start. Pretty clean start. Felt confident enough to just give a stock earlier for literally nothing, and still won with 4 stocks, I believe.
Right. Yeah, almost a canon team as well, you know.
Yeah,
Mario,
almost. They
Peach,
have
at least
been in
coming from the
games
same
together.
universe. Sure, they've teamed up in
I think
some
there's a
game or
Yoshi's
another.
Island game where you have to ferry both of them around. Feel bad for whichever baby had to or Yoshi to carry baby Wario around. That sounds a bit painful.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll have to see what's going to happen here for Game 2, where these players go. You were kind of mentioning both Gluto and Mudace being such movement-heavy players, and I think that is true. I'd actually be scared to take them to a small stage. I feel like they're so comfortable being, like, just within the margins, like, just dodging a move, you know, like being, like, this close, or this far away. So I'd be scared to be in a very tight space with them with just that micro spacing that they have.
You're correct. We're going to Battlefield.
All right.
And a total character
Ooh.
change. Did not see this one coming. Team zoning.
Yeah, we've got Samus and Link.
Yeah.
A couple of the OG Smash characters coming out here. We'll have to see. Oh, a Stitch pulled right off the bat here.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, drops it. Let's see if... Oh, it looks... Oh, Hero picked it up. Let's see what he can do. Not tech that time.
Oh, yeah, and that's what Gluto was looking for on that first game.
Yep.
And Stitch going down with them.
For what it's worth, he didn't tech it as Donkey Kong. He just got sent under PS2 and with that and hit the wall, so got to jump right back.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see the Link, honestly, because I feel like that was just very much an early meta character that you don't see ever anymore. It's a shame.
Yeah. Gluto makes such good use of that up B. I don't see a ton of Warios doing stuff with that up B. We saw it a couple of times in the last game too, getting the first couple hits of that up B and then canceling off the ledge.
Trades with Link and then just immediately hits the up B to get himself out of a situation with Samus. That was so smart. Excellent back air coming up from CJ though.
Yeah.
Oh, good head.
Oh, some goofy interactions on the left side of the stage, and yet again,
Oh my God.
Gluto so confident off stage.
Fair to Wops. That was insane.
Up smash, but you're going to be taking a lot of damage.
I want to see Hero get a stock under the power of Pluto not just killing himself. I want to see that. I think he can do it. It's just like one up tilt on Mute Ace, and it's probably it. Not quite that, though. Pluto gonna just toss into Mute Ace. Good tech, though.
Okay, back air is going to take.
Got one.
Yeah.
It's one under his own power. That's what you like to see.
Oh, you can see Gluto kind of looking for that throw. I wonder if they are looking for some sort of down throw combo from Gluto. Ooh, bike.
I can do
Takes
it.
so much damage.
Does have the remote bombs on lock. It's good to see.
Using that down air as well to kind of beat that bike. And there it is. I was talking about it.
About that.
Yeah, the down throw to the up smash. Just such a strong way to take stocks. You don't have to worry too much about setup. It has that pretty low
the
scaling.
Then like the along the ground angle, like Wario, Falco, Sonic, that type of thing is just prime for doubles.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, Gluto and Mute Ace making that look easy.
Yeah.
Gonna be moving on into the further parts of the bracket here. We're gonna be looking at some replays here right away from that set. Once those get set up for us.
There's a lot I want to see. All of this courtesy of Fresh Cut, by the way. You can see it in the top left. Scan that QR code. Remember, if you join their Ultimate community, TOs and this event in general, TOs and players get $1.
Absolutely, you get $1 towards that prize pool.
I want to see the Stitch shenanigans. It looks like Hero picked it up, dropped it, picked it up again, and then immediately died. That's so tragic.
Yeah. Yeah, could have done a lot more damage with the Stitch there, but you know. And yeah, the down throw up smash, just so devastating. We didn't see it a ton throughout the rest of that, but I'm sure that you'll see that further throughout the bracket. It's something that you can pull off rather quickly. You know, Wario gets a throw as long as Mute Ace is, being cognizant of where Gluto is, which Mute Ace is really good at, right?
Yeah.
Being in the right place, right time, and then having that confident movement to get there. So we will definitely see more of that combo throughout the bracket. All right, so no players up there quite yet. Just gonna see.
Might be running an ad break soon, so sit tight, everybody.
Awesome. But yeah, I'll just remind everybody too, we are going to be going through all of the doubles bracket today. So we'll be getting through all of that, and then afterwards, about 7, I believe. All right, we're going to be going to some replays here.
Yep. 3, 2.
But yeah, once that is